Hello everyone. Today I'm making a short tutorial on how to use Ilspy to decompile, specifically for Brutal Orchestra modding, how to decompile other people's mods to get a grasp of what they're doing, but just how to decompile in general. So the first thing you want to do is download Ilspy. If you just look it up, there you can find like releases, and then if you just my Wi-Fi's a little slow, but if you just see this and you can usually download a zip file of like, I don't know, installer or something. See, how does this even work? Freaking what does that do? Probably an application, right? But yeah, it would just be like that. So, yeah, I already have Ilspy installed. I think I just have it as a freaking folder on my desktop. If I open desktop. Yeah, I have it here. It's literally just here. And then I have freaking ilspy.exe. This isn't important though, actually. As a matter of fact, very not important. What you want to do is you want to go to your decompile mods. First is this is for later actually. Generally you want to go to this folder, which is, if we follow up, it's Steam, which is program files, Steam, and then freaking Steam apps, common or whatever, Brutal freaking Orchestra. No, not that. What was it? Shoot. Oh well, my bad. But I have the folder just saved. What was it? Steam apps, workshop. Yes, workshop content, and then freaking this number. And you may think, wow, I don't know what the heck any of this is. Don't worry. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Cause, you can just look through them each, and then figure them out. So, the numbers, all this does is just mean that it takes a little longer to find the mod you're looking for. That's all it means. So now how to open a mod. I don't know, let's click some random one. This is Sophantheos Fools. So there are several ways to do it. The easiest way is to just right-click the DLL, open with Ilspy. But, I have Ilspy as the default application to open DLLs. So all I have to do is just double-click the file. Literally just double-click any DLL and Ilspy will try to open it. I recommend that's how you do it. It takes a while, but here we are. So that's how you open files in Ilspy. Now, for game modifications in particular, you may actually want to open the base game code so that Ilspy can reference off that. If you go to Brutal Orchestra, BepInEx, utils, we just have... This is the base game's code. I already have it opened up there, but that's also not important. There's a couple other folders, like if you go to Brutal Orchestra, Data, Managed, and then you open all of these in Ilspy, it'll clutter up your sidebar so it looks like bullshit like this, but I'll explain how that's useful later. But for now, we have Sophantheos Fools and Ilspy. And then, if we want to look into it, all you do is you press this little plus button, and it shows, wow, that's a lot, what the heck is all that? These are all folders. These are just folders containing files. Ilspy will organize files differently from you. It folders them based off namespace, whereas, like, if I go to, I don't know, Salt Enemies Reseasoned, I have them foldered not based off namespace, but based off arbitrary folders I made. That's of a different matter. But now you're thinking, let's say I want to look for, hypothetically, a status effect. Let's see, where could these be stored? I don't know, how about I start opening things? Ooh, this looks like it probably contains info about status effects. So if I go here, and click this file, because I opened the folder, and there was a file in the folder. Wow, look at all this. Look at all these status effects. Now, all this is the ad. This doesn't show me the code for, like, the actual status effects. So say I want to learn about how, I don't know, fireproof was made as a status effect. Well, you can either right-click this, or, and I think, yeah, you right-click this and analyze. Wait, no, that's not it. That's something different. You middle-click it. Right-click, decompile to new tab. That's what I was thinking. Analyze is a different tool, and I can show you that later, but it's really useful. But if you decompile to new tab, or if you, again, middle-click it, middle mouse click it, wow, we're already here. This is fireproof. And then you can open all of these up. All of these are the methods inside fireproof. They're all just minimized for viewing convenience. But if you look at all this, and say I wanted to copy it into my own mod, I would select the whole file. I would just select this, and all of the usings up there. I would Control-C it, and Control-V it into my new file. Not all mods are organized like this by namespace. Some of them are worse. Like, how about we take a look at... oh, I don't know, Salt's enemies reseasoned. Wow. Horrid. I don't know what I'm freaking looking for here. Let's say I wanted to look for... I don't know, I want to find something in the Enigma. Well, fortunately, they're all sorted alphabetically at least, so you can... Now this is the hard part, which is... it's only sorted alphabetically, so if the file was named like add enemy Enigma, it would be way up there, but I name my enemies... I think it should just be Enigma somewhere. And if it's not here, let's see, it's EN, there's no ENI, so then maybe it's in one of the other folders. And this is the tedious thing about decompiling, is it's a lot of trial and error to just kind of like find what you're actually looking for sometimes. But here we are, here's Enigma. So, here we are, and you're looking at this, and it's all of the Enigma's code, and you're like, oh, that's cool. What the hell is this? And then you can... it highlights it if you click on it. If you just click on a name. And if you scroll up, you'll see, oh, it's created here, and this links down to that. How useful. And if I see... where does this get used? This is ability. The names of the decompiler get obliterated, so it looks kind of like shit, but if you're confused as what something is, you just click on it, and it highlights every instance of that same thing. And you'll see, oh, it gets added in enemy.addAbilities. Where's enemy get used? Oh, this is just the Enigma. Oh yeah, you may also want to open Brutal API, which is located in here, in Brutal Orchestra data, streaming assets, mods, Brutal API. You may want to open this folder, or this file, or whatever. And if we go back, you can go forward and go back with these two buttons here. That's useful to know. What the hell is enemy? Well, you can either look at this and see, oh, well, this is how an enemy is, this is an example of how an enemy is constructed. Or, you can decompile it. You can just figure out, you can right-click it. Sometimes it'll send you directly to a method, so if you look at this, where the hell am I? Where the hell am I on this bar? Well, everything here connects to here. Well, I found it. This is the Brutal API.enemy class, and this is why you may want to open Brutal API or public assembly C# in your Ilspy, just in this. I have a lot of shit open. You don't need all this shit, but if you can decompile like the API or the base game, you can figure out, oh, here's all the things I can set in enemy. So like, enemy dot, I don't know, add passives. I can figure out, oh, I can add a singular passive, or I can add multiple passives, or I could manually target this thing and then direct code there and put that here. What the hell is this? You can just click it, but it'll override your current tab. So if I wanted to go back, I would have to go back. Versus if I middle click it, it's a new tab, and I can just go back here to look at that. Where the hell am I? Oh, I don't know. Effects. Wow, look at all this. I've got generate effect, copy effect. This is how you learn how things are like built and constructed. And then say I was like, what if I like I want to make a damage effect, but it's like slightly different from the base game damage effect. Well, I can copy all of the code for the damage effect from here, because it's just there. Like you just click it, and now you're here. So yeah, that's basically how you decompile mods. Generally, when you're reloading this gets rid of a bunch of extra blue files, by the way. If I like close all of these and then reload, it just cleans up all of... Well, yeah, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. If I'm not using anything, it'll close it. But, what am I saying? If you want to look at an example for something, and you're decompiling it, generally you're gonna want to look at smaller mods that have less content in them. For instance, I have Bismuth Boiler down here. If I wanted to look at enemies, well, this mod I know has very few enemies, so it's easier to find things because it's just this is all of the mod, right? Versus looking at freaking salt enemies up there, or you could look at Into the Abyss and realize, oh, this is gonna be a mess. I should find something else. Undivine. That's also a bit of a mess. Although this is a mess, but it's evenly organized, I say. But yeah. So you have to pick and choose what you're decompiling, and usually if there are GitHubs for a mod, it'll be a bit easier to navigate, because GitHubs are organized by a human who, like, searches through things in a more human way versus the decompiler, which just sorts everything alphabetically, basically. Like, if you actually look at the Brutal Orchestra code here, it's everything ever, alphabetically, which is, it can be a nightmare to navigate if you're trying to find stuff. So if you're just looking for a specific thing, or like examples of a specific thing, try to find mods that are smaller, or have GitHubs, basically. But, that's cool and all. I'm gonna show you how to use Analyze now, because Analyze is one of my favorite tools ever. Say I don't know, I'm here, and I'm freaking... I don't know. I find freaking this, and I'm like, what the hell is this class? And I'm looking at this, and I'm like, I don't get this. How is this used? If you right-click a class name, Analyze, you can find a bunch of stuff here. The main thing you want to look for is Used By. Used By shows you everywhere this class is mentioned. And so if I right-click Decompile to new tab here, I can find... Wouldn't you know it? The thing I was looking for. It's right here. No. Oh well, but it's here, so you can look at all of this and be like, is that the only line it's mentioned? Wow, crazy. I guess there's nothing to set there. So that's kind of useful. And if I'm like, what the hell is this? Analyze. Used by. Well, it's gotta be somewhere. You can use Control F. Bulwark. Or was it Condition? Or was it Bulwark? What the heck am I looking for? Bulwark. Condition. Oh, it's up there. It's cut off. That's why. Well, Now I know how it's created. Isn't that neat? You can, like, if I want to know, does this enemy actually exist in the mod? I can right-click, analyze, find where it's used by. Oh, it's used by the awake function, so it's probably called. Okay, that's neat, right? What I really enjoy the analyze tool for is if you're trying to figure out how something works in like the base game, say, because you're trying to make a hook for it, right? Say, I don't know. Let me find something that looks interesting. Freaking. Wow, there's a lot of shit here that I don't care about. Okay, let's take a look at the mana bar class. This is the code that runs the mana bar. It's a little complex, so if you only needed to just decompile the dealer mod, you can stop here, I guess. But if you're like, I don't know, when the hell does, if you're say trying to hook into add mana and you're like, when the hell does this get used to make sure you're hooking into the right thing? Well now you can find, this is all mods, but this shows you where it's used. Ooh, what is this from? This? What the hell is this? Where does this get used? Analyze. Used by... Oh, old combat input manager. What the hell is this? This isn't used. Well, fascinating. That means, I guess, that's not used? Yeah, cause... So, what I've learned is that this add mana function isn't used. Neat. What about this one? Used by... Ooh, that's a bit more. Add mana to mana bar. Which is... This is a combat action. Cool. What is this used by? And then you can just... Holy shit, that's a lot. Oh, it's used by damage. Seems to be that this is what is generally used to generate pigment. So you can see it like that. It's a lot of text is the main thing about decompiling, is that it's just a lot to like comb through. But if you get used to it, it's very useful. Let's clean up all these. You do have to remove them manually. Although if you close and reopen Ilspy, they'll go away. But if you're still busy, you do have to remove them manually, unfortunately. Let's take a look at another mod, say. I don't know, what's this? Enemy randomizer. That's the freaking the milliamp mod, right? I want to make hooks like this. Oh, it's in one of these classes. There's nothing there. Resources, by the way, is all the images in a mod. So if you're trying to like scrape images from a mod, resources is probably the best way to do it. Although asset bundles need to be decompiled separately after being downloaded from the mod. There's unique decompilers for those. I think you can use Asset Studio, but I'll do it. I don't know. I'll talk about that later, maybe. What's this class? This is the Awake. Cool. Well, the mod does two things, it seems. Crossmod.check. Okay. Enemy replacer.setup. Well, that's a bunch of stuff. And then, well, this is a hook here. So I'm gonna look for that. What do you know it? It's right here. And this is what enemy replacer does. And cool, that's a hook. What's it hooking over? Oh, probably this method from this class, which would be this method. Wow. And this is the base game class. So decompiling is useful for making hooks or analyzing other people's hooks like that. You see. Um, but anything else I want to go over? Uh, I don't think so. Well, I have nothing else to talk about, so I guess that's it for now. Bye bye.